everyone, it's Queenie. Welcome to today's video. I was the mother of the bride a few weeks ago, and I am so excited to be sharing the nails that I made for not only the wedding, but also for the rehearsal and the rehearsal dinner. I wore two different dresses, obviously, and made two sets of nails for each occasion, or one set for each occasion, I guess I should say. The theme for the wedding was garden party formal, so I thought incorporating these beautiful flower stickers onto the nails would look amazing. And I guess I should just mention, during this tutorial, I'm only going to be showing you how I put together the wedding nails. And the rehearsal nails I will show you at the end with the corresponding fabric for the dress. I'll do that with both of the sets, but I just wanted to mention that I will only be doing the tutorial for the wedding nails. So these are the tips that I'm going to be using. These are extra short Coffin from BTArtbox. They're pre-buffed, they're gel tips, they fit my nails perfectly. I got them on Amazon, and I am just really happy with this length. Being the mother of the bride, you know, you get a lot of jobs, and I wanted to be able to do all my jobs, not mess up my nails, not break them, not have them be too long that they're a hindrance, and, you know, just kind of stick with something that's a little bit shorter. So let me get started putting the set together. My dress was a sage green, so to not be too matchy-matchy, I chose this double rhythm spring green color, and the color offset with the flower stickers just came out exactly as I pictured. But I did make one change throughout the video. You're probably going to see in the background the index fingers painted with this glitter polish. Once I got done the set, I really didn't like the vibe of the glitter, even though it's absolutely gorgeous. So I ended up redoing the index fingers. You'll see it later in the video. The glitter had like all of these different like springy, flowery colors in it, and I thought that it would just look good, but it was just, I don't know, I just didn't like the vibe. So like I said, you'll see it in the background, but that is not the finished look. So just hang out and I will show you what I ended up putting together, because I was so much happier with the glitter off the nails. And then I totally forgot to show the Born Pretty chrome powder that's in that little container there. I guess I just got ahead of myself and totally forgot to show you. So it is a white chrome powder. I'll be using that one. And then on the index fingers later, I'll be using a different color chrome powder. So let's get started painting these. I'm going to just show one hand for this portion, and I'm going to go through with that beautiful spring green from Double Rhythm and put 2 coats of that on each nail and cure in between. The color number is A1391 for that shade. When the time came to start thinking about the nails for my daughter's wedding and what I wanted to put together, my first initial thought was to go back to basics and do either like a nude or a pink French or something like that. And it just kind of felt to me like those were more bride nails as opposed to mother of the bride nails. And I kind of figured like I could pretty much do whatever I wanted as long as it fit the theme and it wasn't like, you know, ostentatious, if you understand what I mean. Like I didn't want to go, you know, like whole hog crazy with like nail charms and stuff. I just wanted to kind of keep it elegant, sophisticated, yet stick with the theme. So that was when I started going through Pinterest and looking at all of these different nail designs and spring nails and flower nails and garden party nails and all of that. And nothing was just kind of striking my fancy. So I thought, you know what, let me just go back to basics and just pick a really pretty color and really pretty floral garden party stickers and go with that, put it together. And if I hate it, I'll do something different. And if I like it, then I will stick with it. So that was how I ended up coming up with this design. And then for my rehearsal dinner nails, which you'll see at the end, I just did some simple stamping and color coordinated it to the fabric from my dress. And that was how I came up with that design. I think you're going to really like that one too. And finally, here is the chrome powder that I am using. It's a white chrome powder, not iridescent per se, just white. I'll show you an iridescent one later in the video, but I just went through and did the thumb and the pinky for each hand. I'm going to be decorating the middle finger and the ring finger with the flower stickers, and I didn't want to have chrome on it as well. I thought that it would look better without it for those that are decorated. So then I just brushed off the excess and then went in and did the pinky also. That chrome powder over the green was stunning. I was so happy with how that came out. And just so you know, all I do is rub the chrome on very lightly over the inhibition layer of the gel polish, which is extremely sticky, so you don't want to overwork the chrome, but that's how I get such a nice, flat, even layer of chrome. I just don't remove the inhibition layer from my gel polish. So let's get started putting the stickers onto the middle nail. And oh, I couldn't remember if I removed the inhibition layer off those two nails or not. I guess I was feeling to see if they were still sticky. I guess we're going to be cleaning the nails off. So just going to take my alcohol and a lint-free wipe and go over each one of the nails that I'm going to be decorating with the stickers and clean off the inhibition layer. Make sure you allow the alcohol to dry 100%, which only really takes a couple seconds, but you make sure you want to do this because your stickers will not stick to that inhibition layer. And then once I'm done doing that, I will pull both the middle nails off of each rack and work on the middle nails first. I like doing it that way because I can pull the stickers that will correspond with each nail and just match them up, and it just works so much easier that way. So the first job at hand is to figure out which sticker fits the nail the best. And I kind of want, oops, sorry for the camera. My camera's like adjusting to the sun coming out outside or going behind the clouds, whatever it was doing, my camera was trying to adjust. But I wanted to find a sticker that went one way for the right hand and went the other way for the left hand. And this is what I finally decided on. So I wanted to have something that had a little bit of color in it, not the white ones that you see there. And like I said, one that went one way for the right hand and one that went the other way for the left hand. And I had to figure all of that out as I was putting the stuff on the nails. And it didn't really matter at this point because the nails for each hand are the same size. So it didn't matter. I just wanted to make sure that I had one that was, I like it when, I don't know how to explain this. On my left hand, I like it when the well, on both hands, I like it when the design looks like it's for me as opposed for somebody else. So when I curl my fingers back and I look at it, I want it to look proportionate. So like that one that you're seeing right there would be for the left hand. And then that, the one in my left hand would actually be the one for my right hand, if that makes sense. I'm babbling, I know, but I'm trying to explain it as best that I can. It has to curve a certain way and the flowers have to be a certain way. Okay, so that is those, and I still felt like they needed a little something, but I thought, you know what, let me do the ring fingers and see what I come up with for those and what fits the ring fingers the best. And then I can go back and add a little something to each one of these nails. And then I noticed that the sticker wasn't exactly flush with the edge of the nail, so I just went through and clipped off anything that was hanging over, being very, very careful not to clip the nail, even though I did do that on one of them. I just don't remember. Was it that one? It might have been that one. I did end up clipping the edge of the nail. I was so mad at myself. Yeah, it was. Look, see, I'm fixing it. But it was okay. Once I smoothed it down, it was okay. I just wasn't as careful as I should have been when I was clipping those edges off. And yeah, there. I was still checking to make sure that I had the right nail on the right rack. Oh my God. And then for the ring fingers, I wanted to do something that was the same color, very complementary to the middle fingers, but I needed something that was a lot smaller. These are really short nails, and I just really needed to find something that fit on them. Even if I clipped the top and bottom of the sticker when it was on the nail, it was like not a big deal, but I still wanted the bulk of the design onto the nail, and I think these stickers that I chose were exactly what I was looking for. And one curved one way and one curved the other way, and it worked out exactly perfect. So I just matched those up with the middle nail for the curve being the right direction, and the rest is history. But I still didn't think that those nails had enough oomph to them. I felt like it needed a little bit of something else. And I was having a little bit of a tough time with placement for that nail. I just think it wasn't releasing from the tweezers, and I kept moving it by accident. So again, I just thought it needed a little bit of something. So I went into the sticker sheet again and pulled out two small yellow flowers. Like they were just like solo flowers. They didn't have any stems or leaves or anything. And then I did the same exact thing for the middle finger using a really pale pink flower. I just popped one of those on each one of those nails as well, and it just filled the nail up a little bit more. I was really happy with the way that that looked when I got done. I didn't want to overdo it, but I didn't want it to look not finished either. So now you're going to see in the background the glitter polish on the index fingers and kind of get an idea of what that looked like. I was not happy with that at all, and I just didn't think it was the right vibe for the wedding and for garden party. So in a minute I will show you that I redid the index fingers, and I just think that they look so much better. Not that that glitter wasn't beautiful, it just wasn't the right vibe. So here I am using my Luxie Nail Non-Clease Top Coat, and this is the one that I use anytime I use like a heavy glitter or any type of chrome powder. And I just kind of designate this top coat for those looks, and then I use my other top coat, my DND, for anything that is not heavy glitter or chrome powder, because there is no way on earth you are going to be able to top coat chrome powder and not get some of the chrome powder glitters in your top coat. And then when you go to top coat maybe like a black, you end up with you know, glitter in your black, and you don't want that. So yeah, so I always just designate this one. And then this is the DND 900 Non-Clease Top Coat that I'll be using on the decorated nails in this set. And I'll tell you, this top coat, I'm pretty amazed with this top coat. It's not uber thin, but it's kind of thin, and it just goes on so nice over the stickers and seals everything in, and takes away a little bit of the texture, although there was some left, and it felt really nice. So it was like a smooth texture, if that makes sense. And I just really, really love the way that this top coat works over the stickers. Any stickers, this top coat is great, so I highly recommend it. So here are the new index fingernails, and to save time, I'm just going to jump right into doing the chrome. Here is the iridescent chrome powder that I used, and I'll be honest, I kind of wish I would have used this on all of the chrome colored nails because it was absolutely amazing. So here are the two nails already polished with two coats. The inhibition layer is still on, and I'm just going to go in and start adding the chrome powder, and it is spectacular. I love it. I think it looks so good. And now you can kind of see how it's pulling the iridescence. Almost looks like garden party flower colors. So that's what I was kind of thinking, like, oh, I really wish I would have done that on all the nails. But when you see the final look, it kind of looks nice having the two different chrome powders. It's kind of an offset rather than having everything look exactly the same. So then I just give a nice little brush off of all the excess chrome powder and then go back in with the Luxie nail top coat and give everything a really nice top coat. I was really happy with myself that I decided to take the time and redo the index fingernails and take that glitter out of the mix. So here is how they look with the new index fingers sans glitter. And here is how they look on. Oh my God, they're so cute. I just love them. I was so happy with them for the wedding. Here they are with my dress fabric, and I just love how they came out. They were so perfect for the garden party theme, and they matched my dress. You can see my dress is like a sage, and these are more of a spring green, so it wasn't like too matchy-matchy, but I kind of was going for it, so I just was so happy with it. So leave me a comment below and let me know if you like my garden party wedding nails. And here are the nails for the rehearsal dinner. And I'm showing them here with the dress. So the dress is bordering on red. It's like a really deep pink, but it's bordering on red. And then it has a hibiscus flower pattern throughout that is more of a fuchsia color or a like hot pink color. So I went through my gel polishes and I pulled out a hot pink nail polish and I applied that to all the nails in the set. And then I used the same white chrome powder that I used on the garden party nails and applied that to the middle and ring fingers. And then I found a corresponding hot pink stamping polish and I used a hibiscus pattern to stamp that onto those nails as well. And this was the final result. I think they came out so pretty and they matched the dress so well, and I was really happy with it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know if you like them. And of course, let me know which one is your favorite. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching today. If you like this video, I will pop up another one for you to check out, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.